Tell you about myself. I am a mother of three. I am very familiar with working full time in a very fast paced office. I have vast work experience and a very busy home life. So, work life balance is really important to me, having the ability to balance my work schedule with my family time, and my being at home with my family is very important to me. And I'm looking for a position where I can minimize and maximize both, meaning I can work as much as I possibly can and spend as much time as I possibly can with my family. My past work experience, I have held positions anywhere from office clerk to I used to sell cars at one point, so I have sales experience. Worked in a warehouse at one point, so I have a long history of work experience, anywhere between like I said, office clerk to office management. I feel that diverse background, that the differences in the positions, one layering on top of the other, has given me the work experience that 20 plus years that I have today. Like I said, I've held any positions. I can hold any positions. Looking forward to putting all of that knowledge and all of that skill together to forward my career as well as advance the position that I'm looking for. Let's see, describing a time when I worked well on a team. Well, the position that I'm in now, I work for McDonald's USA in their regional Baltimore, Washington office, and it is a very fast-paced office. It is a very hands-on position. I am one of 8 administrative assistants that work together to support the region, and there are many times where we have to work well as a team. I would guess to say that we work more as a team, more so as a team than not, working on our individual positions. A lot of the projects overlap the different departments, the marketing, the development, construction, customer service. A lot of those departments overlap, so a lot of the times our lives come together and for the common good of finishing up a project. There is one in particular I can remember a few months ago where all of the departments had to come together, and last minute fashion. Unfortunately, that's kind of how things go here. Had to get pieces together to get them out to the different co-ops, and it required all of the team to work together to make sure that we got that project out in time. Let's see. Prioritizing. I think I do that every day. Prioritizing. And because of the fast pace ness of our office, and because of the fire drilled nature of the office, there are times where we're always prioritizing. There are times when I go in, many times I go in the day in the morning, and I'm sitting down and I'm looking at my tasks list of things that I have to do, and sometimes that list gets pushed off to the side, and we got a new fire drill. We have a new priority. So it really does require a lot of communication, to go back to the department heads and say, hey, this just came down the pike. The communication is key. Letting the management or leadership know that something else came and is taking precedence over your current role and responsibilities, and letting them know that that's something that, if they're okay with that, that's great. If not, that's something that they would have to take up with the other department heads. But communication is key. Like I said, there are a lot of times, sometimes on a day-to-day basis, where we have to reprioritize our daily responsibilities. Whew, above and beyond the call of duty. Well, again, every day. No, not so much every day, but there are a lot of times where we feel like we're being pulled and stretched a little bit beyond what we're capable of doing, and only because the administrative level we are not allowed to work overtime. So whatever work we have to get it done in that tight 7.5 hour day and that 37.5 hour week. And a lot of times there are things that kind of get pushed aside so that we can get current things taken care of. And we have several meetings throughout the year, and a lot of times these meetings come, and whether it's last minute bios that are needed for the packets, or the supply order didn't come in time because it wasn't ordered in time. But there are times where we have to get that permission to see if we are allowed to work a couple hours overtime or in addition to, so that we can get things done. I can remember we had a summit last spring, and I skipped my lunch, came in early, and left late. I did get permission prior to, but sometimes you have to give a little to get a little. I stayed because the person who was actually hosting that particular summit, that particular meeting, needed help. There was no one else there at that time to help her, and knowing that I couldn't just say, well, gosh, it's sorry. No, I did what I can. And even, if it came down to it where I couldn't work the overtime, I would still do as much as I possibly could during my normal course of the day. I would push my own work aside to make sure that she got her meeting off without a hitch. Oh, work well under pressure. Well, that's, again, that's every day. Our office is very fast paced. We are very reactionary, which I'm hoping at some point will excuse me, we'll figure that out and change that a bit. But excuse me. But during the meantime, excuse me, working well under excuse me. Excuse me. The whole idea of pressure is giving me pressure. Forgive me. But working well under pressure, it's one of those things where you have to figure out, I'm so sorry, whether or not you're actually cut out for it. I mean, this is probably the most challenging position I've ever had in my 20 plus years working in an office or in an office setting. I've never had so many things come at me at one point in time, and it's really interesting. It has made me grow and develop as a person, as a professional, and as a person. Knowing that these skills, I'm learning how to prioritize. I'm learning how to ask the right questions. How soon do you need this? And so that I can gauge and make sure that I get the right materials to the right person on the right time at the right day, and making sure that that nothing slips through the cracks. But it's definitely been worth the trip. That's for sure. Showing initiative. Well, when I did start this position almost 2 years ago, the person who was doing my position at that point in time left. So I had no one to train me. It was very difficult hitting the ground running, not having the tools, not having the support, not having that person there that I could ask, hey, how'd you do this? And well, I don't understand. And so I had to reach out to other regions, people I didn't know, and to reach out to other people you don't know in different offices across the country. You kind of have to have a good idea of what you're doing. And I didn't have that. So I had to figure that out on my own. But at some point I did. And it was one of those things where I started scratching my head thinking, why are we doing it this way? And is there a reason why, or can we try it this way? And one of the departments I support is customer insights, and this is gauging customer satisfaction, different types of complaints, and that type of thing. And I noticed that the reports were very one-dimensional. They gave you just a quick glance of what the information was. There was no analogy, there was no analysis, there was nothing in depth, there was no forecasting or anything. So I months and months of trying to figure out, okay, hey, what am I doing? And then when I figured out what I could do, it was more of, hey, how about we look at it this way, and looking at the customer service package as a whole report as far as where we were, where we are now, and where we'd like to go. And I put that report together myself. I actually worked with another region to get this report put together so that it could give us a more complete story as how our region is doing. But I have to pat myself on the back. That was a big chunk, but that was very challenging and very rewarding to see the information actually being presented in such a way that they could use it. I'm not sure if there's anything else. I am very excited to have this opportunity to sit down with you today, and very much looking forward to using everything that I have, everything that I've learned, and learning new things with this new company and the new opportunities that it's afforded me. I'm very excited to be able to work as hard as I can, and to be used in whatever capacity that I need to be used in to get the job done. I'm a forward thinker. I really like to just kind of sit and stew and figure out, is there a better way to do these things? And if not, are we wasting time, wasting resources? Because I have 3 children. I'm not about wasting time. I am all about getting the most out of my day as I can. But I am really looking forward to the opportunity, and I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today. Thank you very much.